a woman bought various luxury bags and clothes and returned home. She told the housekeeper all these should be given to her biological daughter. But when the adopted daughter came home from school, she immediately took all the gifts her mother bought and put them in her own wardrobe. When the woman came home, she learned from the housekeeper that everything she bought for her biological daughter had been taken by the adopted daughter. The woman immediately called the police because in her previous life, she had handed over the company's inheritance rights to the adopted daughter. Unexpectedly, the vicious adopted daughter locked the woman in a shabby little room and announced to the public that the mother had depression and ran away from home. As long as the woman was gone, the adopted daughter could squander the inheritance freely. She even framed the biological daughter for stealing and drove her out of the house. At this moment, the woman deeply regretted it. She realized she had been blind in her previous life and failed to see the true nature of the adopted daughter. After the adopted daughter and her scumbag partner left, the daughter came rushing in. She found her mother lying on the floor. The mother immediately apologized to her daughter, saying she had wronged her for the sake of the adopted daughter. If there were a next life, she would make it up to her daughter properly. After saying this, she passed away completely. But unexpectedly, the woman suddenly woke up during a nap. She saw the adopted daughter coming home and realized she had been reborn. Back to the day before she handed over the inheritance to the adopted daughter, thinking about how she had treasured the adopted daughter in her previous life, only to end up with such a tragic outcome. The reborn woman decided to make the adopted daughter pay a painful price. However, the adopted daughter vented her anger on the biological daughter. Seeing her biological daughter being treated so badly, the woman felt her heart ache as if stabbed by a knife. But just calling her daughter frightened the girl into silence. At this moment, the woman realized how deeply she had hurt her daughter in her previous life. In the bathroom, she saw the housekeeper washing her daughter's clothes. The housekeeper was also frightened and didn't dare say much. Looking at the thin clothes, the woman felt a sharp pain in her heart. In the cold winter, her daughter was wearing such thin clothing. The woman went to buy various luxury bags and clothes and told the housekeeper when she got home these were all for her biological daughter. But when the adopted daughter returned, she immediately took everything. The housekeeper said these were bought for the girl by madam. But the adopted daughter slapped the housekeeper and said, doesn't the housekeeper know her status in the family? The girl immediately stopped the adopted daughter, begging her not to torment the housekeeper anymore. The adopted daughter then ordered the housekeeper to move all the gifts into her own room. When the woman came home, she saw the slap mark on the housekeeper's face and found out that everything had been taken by the adopted daughter. She immediately called the police, angrily confronted the adopted daughter, and ordered her to return all the gifts. However, the adopted daughter didn't believe any of this and went to complain to her father and grandmother. Everyone criticized the girl, saying she was just a country bumpkin not worthy of kindness. But the woman insisted that the adopted daughter return the gifts. When the adopted daughter refused to cooperate, the woman dialed the police again without hesitation. The adopted daughter thought the woman was just bluffing, but in the next moment, the police actually showed up.